There was a brother, Telvin Osborne, who was shot and killed by his white girlfriend, Hannah Cobb. Like a lot of white women, when they get in trouble, she made up an outlandish story about what happened. She said she was cleaning her gun at 5 a.m. after they left the club drunk and tipsy, and it accidentally went off and shot him in the chest. Thankfully, the cops didn't believe her story. She's been arrested on involuntary manslaughter. You can definitely debate if the charges should be a lot stronger. When the story initially came out, the brothers and the sisters were strongly behind Mr. Osborne. Dr. Umar was speaking out about the case. Everybody wanted to make sure that justice was served, because we have seen over the years cops, white people, get away with killing black people, sometimes on tape, and not do a day of jail time or get a very light sentence. Unfortunately for Mr. Osborne, when things like this occur, your social media gets combed extensively. And when people started to dig into Mr. Osborne's past, they found some very troubling and disturbing posts that he made about black women and his affinity for white women. He even had an old Twitter account praising white women. At this point, a lot of people, specifically the sisters, they washed their hands of Mr. Osborne. If this is how he felt, this is what he want, he deserved what he got. Even if they did feel some empathy, they felt like it was no longer their problem. And that got me to thinking. Because when it comes to interracial relationships, I joke a lot, with the RG3s and the milk yacht, et cetera, et cetera. But I really don't have a problem with them, as long as you're not disrespecting your own race. See, as black people, we have enough to worry about in this country. So we shouldn't be disrespecting each other. We should hold each other to a high standard. We should put each other on a pedestal, because no one else will. So it is disappointing when you see a black man say certain things about black people and black women. But should we give these individuals grace to make sure that an injustice doesn't happen? We live in a society to where black people, we got it tough. And it's been tough for a long period of time. Centuries of systemic racism, prejudice, just wanting to keep us down. A lot of brainwashing. They want to keep us poor. They want to keep us violent. We have an administration that wants to make America great again, but won't specify exactly what period of time that was. So I would suggest, even though I understand if you disagree, that when situations like what happened with Mr. Osborne arise, that we try to understand at this point, he's dead. But we don't want these injustices to happen. And while it may be hard to overlook some of the things that he said, we have to remember, we're all we got. And it's very disappointing, to me at least, that oftentimes we don't stand up for each other, regardless of what may have happened in the past. And once again, I understand, because what he said was very hurtful. But we don't want to live in the world where white people, white women, can shoot brothers in the chest and just walk away free. Because we already live in a world where police and white men and the government really has no care or value for our black lives.